What's going on, y'all? You're watching NFL Daily by Chat Sports. Mitchell Renz here, ready to break down our brand new 2021 NFL mock draft. Today was one of the craziest days that I've been covering the NFL, especially here at Chat Sports. I mean, we saw so many trades, so we had to go ahead and make you guys a brand new mock. At pick number 1, Trevor Lawrence, he's going to go to the Jacksonville Jaguars. No curveballs there. I'm not bringing back my old baseball days. At pick number 2, we're going to go Zach Wilson to the New York Jets. Another pick that I don't really think is really too surprising. Sam Darnold, clearly not the answer there. They're still looking for their main guy, and everything that I hear, Jets are really, really high on Zach Wilson. But here's the trade, right? Like, here's the reason why we're making this video. It wasn't a 3-team trade, but I did want to be able to, break it down. So originally what happened, the 49ers, they trade all the way up to number 12. The Dolphins, they go down to 12. And then the Eagles, they call up Miami, like, wait a minute, let's swap our picks. So as it stands right now, the 49ers are at 3, the Dolphins are at 6, the Philadelphia Eagles, they're at pick number 12, and as you can see on screen, all the picks that are listed. So what I want you guys to do right now is take a guess. Look into the crystal ball, because if you're going to go from 12 all the way up to 3, and you're going to give up a lot of draft capital, there has to be a player that you're looking at saying, that's our guy. That's the guy we're going to go up and get. And if you're going to go up that far, it's got to be a quarterback, in my opinion. So who did the 49ers trade up? I want you to go down in the comments and let me know. All right, let's now go to Trey Lance here at pick number 3 for the San Francisco 49ers. I think this is the pick. If you're going to go high upside, this is exactly who you're going to go out and get. A lot of talent from the kid from North Dakota State. Clearly, I would say more of an upgrade than Jimmy Garoppolo in terms of long-term plan, but no matter what, if you're going to trade up and give up that much capital, he better be a Pro Bowl level quarterback. At pick number 4 here for the Atlanta Falcons, Penei, Sewell, offensive tackle from Oregon. He's the best offensive lineman in this draft, and I know there's a lot of people that are mocking quarterbacks here. If I'm Atlanta, I'm going to protect Matt Ryan, and I'm going to invest in that offensive line. Penei Sewell's the way to do it. Pick number 5 here in my mock draft, I'm going to go Rashawn Slayter, offensive lineman from Northwestern. If Penei Sewell would have fell to number 5, it's an easy pick. But for this football team, your main objective is to protect Joe Burrow. And that's exactly what they're going to do here with Rashawn Slayter. All right, let's go to pick number 6 now. Miami, remember, they traded down to 12, then they came back up here to number 6. Who are they going to go get? I'm going to go wide receiver DeVonta Smith. That means Will Fuller, DeVonta Smith, Devontae Parker. If Tua can't get it done with those 3 guys, maybe he's just not the right dude. The Detroit Lions, you're on the clock here, and you're going to go another wide receiver. This one's from LSU, Jamar Chase. He opted out, but if you're Detroit, you need to figure out how to get some extra bodies in there. You no longer have Marvin Jones. You no longer have Kenny Golladay. Sure, you were able to re-sign Tyrell Williams, but Jared Goff has to be able to throw somebody. Love me some T.J. Hawkinson. Jamar Chase, really good receiver. At pick number 8, the Carolina Panthers, they're going to go get Justin Fields. There's been reports that they were trying to trade up to get to number 3, but apparently San Francisco, they wanted it just a little bit more. Justin Fields gets to be the new backup to Teddy Bridgewater. Maybe they go ahead and start him right away, but regardless, Fields learning under a dude like Bridgewater I think would be really good for his success. Pick number 9, the Denver Broncos. They're going to go Micah Parsons, linebacker, edge rusher out of Penn State. Apparently, he ran a 4.3640, which is just absolutely blazing at his pro day. I'll wait to see maybe some official numbers. It's also hard to really, truly believe all the numbers from pro days. But at the end of the day, he is a phenomenal athlete. I know there's a lot of off-the-field concerns, no doubt about it. But Micah Parsons is a great player. At number 10, the Dallas Cowboys are going to go Patrick Surtain. With the injury to Caleb Farley, I'm sitting here thinking, okay, the number 1 cornerback in this year's draft class, it's got to be Surtain. And if you could tell me that Farley's going to be 100% healthy, he's still my guy. But for the Dallas Cowboys, you need to be able to improve that secondary, and I'm a believer that they're going to go Surtain. If they go offensive lineman, Tom Downey might just freak the F out. So if you guys love the NFL draft as much as we do, I want you to subscribe for more NFL draft videos. Go on down and seriously, hit that big red button that says subscribe. We're going to be breaking down tons, and I mean tons of videos around here. And if you want to go check out some of our team channels, they're listed right over there. Like, seriously, if you're a Cowboys, Raiders fan, Seahawks fan, literally, we have channels for all these NFL teams out there. So all I want you to do is this. Check those channels out. Make sure you're always joining in, watching free NFL draft videos. We would definitely appreciate that. There's no doubt about it. But if you haven't already subscribed, what are you waiting for? We are a free channel, and we're always keeping you guys updated on the latest going on, especially in the National Football League. Pick number 11, the New York Giants. They're going to go with Kwity Paye, edge rusher out of Michigan. I know Dave Gettleman loves him some athletes. I still think that their biggest need right now is probably still finding a true edge rusher. And the way that this draft went, I could see them falling in love with Paye, even though he might be the most likely bust, at least in my first-round mock draft. Pick number 12, the Philadelphia Eagles. They get Kyle Pitts. I can't believe when I went back and I looked at the draft, I'm like, wow, Kyle Pitts fell all the way to 12. That's great value for the Philadelphia Eagles. I think this guy's going to be an absolute stud. He reminds me a lot of a Darren Waller, and if you're going to take a tight end in the top 12, he better be a George Kittle. He better be a Travis Kelce. He better be a Darren Waller. And that's, honestly, man, that's how good I think he is. At pick number 13, I got the Los Angeles Chargers. They're going to go Christian Darrisaw here. Solid left tackle. They need to continue to build that offensive line. This is a big need. Got to be able to protect your man, Justin Herbert. Pick number 14, the Minnesota Vikings. They're going to go Elijah Vera Tucker, a very versatile offensive lineman. And for Minnesota, that's what they need. They need to be able to plug in a guy here or there. If he wants to play tackle, he can do it. If they're going to put him at guard, which I actually recommend, they need to be able to do it there. But I had Elijah Vera Tucker going number 14 to the Minnesota Vikings. The New England Patriots, y'all are on the clock, and I have them going with Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. If y'all want to spam joke in the comments, please go ahead and do it. He is a phenomenal linebacker. He can also, I think, play a little bit of safety. When I look at my comp for him, he reminds me a lot of Jamal Adams, and it's his style and his ability to be able to play. But you're like, wait a minute, Mitch, Jamal Adams is a safety. You're right, but they're built the exact same way, and I think their athletic traits are very similar. New England would be a scary, scary team if they ended up getting this kid because he's, I'm telling you right now, going to be a phenomenal football player. So obviously with the mock draft, we actually don't mention every team because not every team has a first-round pick. Shout out to Seattle. But what I am curious about here is shout out your favorite team. Let me know who you guys are rooting for, and let me know who you guys think that your favorite team is going to go out and draft. So go down in the comments. Let me know. I want you to shout out your favorite team. And as a reminder, we are going to be getting into pick number 16 for the Arizona Cardinals. That's going to be coming up here on NFL Daily. We wanted to be able to make a brand new mock draft, breaking down all these crazy things after just one hell of a day in the NFL, man. At pick number 16, J.C. Horn, cornerback from South Carolina. I have him going as the second cornerback now. Yes, I understand Caleb Farley, but I am a believer that Arizona really likes this kid, and that's the pick that they're going to go out and do. At number 17, Tevin Jenkins, offensive tackle from Oklahoma State. The Raiders absolutely love this dude. He's one of the better right tackles in this year's draft. Reminds me a lot of a Colton Miller in terms of a prospect that has high upside. You need to give him some time. The Raiders have also already interviewed him. I'm starting to really believe that Tevin Jenkins is going to be in some silver and black. The Miami Dolphins, they also have another pick in the first round. Najee Harris, running back out of Alabama. Brian Flores wants an every-down running back. That's what you're getting here with Najee. At pick number 19, the Washington football team. A lot of linemen in this draft. Samuel Cosmi from Texas. This is a player that I haven't really been able to wrap my mind around whether I really like him or if he could be a player that gets overdrafted. But if you're Washington, you need to be able to protect your quarterback in Ryan Fitzpatrick, who is a little bit mobile. But still, you need to be able to protect him. And Cosmi played a lot of left tackle. He also played actually a little bit of right tackle as well. The Chicago Bears here get an absolute steal. Jalen Waddle, wide receiver from Alabama. I understand they have Allen Robinson. I understand they have a lot of other players. But if they can get Jalen Waddle, Allen Robinson, that's really going to make Andy Dalton's life a lot easier. The reason why I had him sliding so far, the medical. And not that it's not going to check out, but with so many other players and with so many offensive linemen really, really going up there high, man, I just figured, all right, one player's going to fall. For me, it's going to be Jalen Waddle. At number 21, I got Gregory Rousseau, edge rusher out of Miami. This team needs extra edge talent. There's just no doubt about it whatsoever. That's what I think they need. The Tennessee Titans, you're on the board, or on the clock, and you go get Azeez Ojulari, edge rusher from Georgia. He's a really talented player. They really wanted to be able to go out and get pressure on the quarterback. I know they already brought in Bud Dupree. However, they had Vic Beasley and Jadeveon Clowney. That was the goal. That didn't work out. So now you got Azeez Ojulari, you got Bud Dupree. You're really going to be able to pin your ears back, especially in that 3-4, and get after the quarterback. The New York Jets here, they're going to go with Joseph Asai, edge rusher out of Texas. Same thing. A great athlete. Probably built actually a little bit more for a 3-4 front, but I'm confident, and I am very confident, that a guy like Robert Salah, a defensive mastermind, could get the most out of Asai. At pick number 24 here, Caleb Farley falls all the way down. So one of the very first mock drafts I did, I had him going 9. The reason why he's fallen this far, the medical. He's having surgery. Everything that I hear, he's going to be fine. but I've done so many of these NFL drafts, man, where I see players fall because of a medical thing that comes out right before the draft. Caleb Farley, to me, is definitely going to be a player that ends up falling. If you guys disagree with me, you can always hit me up on IG. You can always yell at me on Instagram. I'm at MitchellRenz365. So what I want you guys to do is seriously subscribe, join Chat Sports, because we not only do mock drafts, we also go live for breaking news. I mean, today, when the breaking news went down, shout out to Chase, shout out to Harrison, shout out to everyone here at Chat Sports for dropping everything that they were doing, and guess what they did? They filmed a video. We also go live every single Monday and Wednesday, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Pacific. Seriously, subscribe, turn on the noties. That way you don't miss a thing. At pick number 25, the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to go Christian Barmore, defensive tackle. This is a fun team, and I love what Jacksonville's been able to do in free agency as well. But why not go out and get the best DT, really be able to stop that running game? All right, let's go to Zaven Collins. He won Defensive Player of the Year in college football last year. He's going to go to the Brownies, and I've said it once, I've said it twice. I might even say it now 3 or 4 times. The Browns are going to win this division, and it seems really, really weird to say that. Speaking of the division, we're going to stick here in the AFC North. The Baltimore Ravens, they're still looking for a top receiver. As I am filming this video, they haven't done anything with Sammy Watkins, but if they do go out and sign Sammy Watkins, maybe it changes my mind, but at this moment, they still need a receiver. I'm going to go Terrace Marshall Jr., wide receiver at LSU. The New Orleans Saints, they need a cornerback, so I'm going to go Greg Newsome. I like Greg Newsome a lot out of Northwestern. He's going to be the 4th cornerback taken, in my opinion. And for New Orleans, there's not like a ton of glaring needs around that football team. They're still pretty well put together, especially on the defensive side of the football. But you let go of the Jackrabbit, Janoris Jenkins. Maybe you're looking for another cornerback, and I like the long lankiness of Greg Newsome. We're almost done here, y'all, with this mock draft. Let's go to pick number 29. Jalen Mayfield, offensive tackle from Michigan. The amount of offensive linemen that I had go made me think that, okay, if a football team really thinks that they need a lineman, it's not going to have one fall into them later on. The Green Bay Packers, they need a left tackle or a right tackle. Letting go of Rick Wagner. Is Bakhtiari 100% healthy? That still remains to be seen. That's why I went with Mayfield here at 29. Jason Owe from Penn State, an extremely athletic dude. Buffalo's been pretty quiet so far in free agency, but this is a team that really needs to be able to figure out a way to take down their foe in the AFC. You know how you do it? You get after Patrick Mahomes. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers just showed you a blueprint. Speaking of the Kansas City Chiefs, I got Liam Eichenberg. If you want a good offensive lineman, man, maybe just take him from Notre Dame. This guy can play right tackle. Obviously, they moved on from Schwartz, so we'll see ultimately what happens with him. But this is a football team that needs to protect Patrick Mahomes. Liam Eichenberg is going to be a good pro. I don't know if he's going to be a all-pro like for 10 years, but he's going to be a very good pro. Mac Jones, he rounds out my mock draft here. He's going to go to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Obviously, this team has done a great job being able to return, like, literally, I think, like, all 22 of their, like, starters. Like, just something absolutely wild. So what do they maybe need in terms of insurance? Another quarterback. And if Mac Jones falls that far, maybe you could see a team like Tampa Bay Buccaneers go out and get him. So I'm curious, y'all. After all those picks there, what was your favorite and what was your least favorite pick? My favorite pick in terms of, like, overall value, I thought Kyle Pitts at 12 is an absolute steal for the Philadelphia Eagles. I like Christian Barmore a lot also to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Caleb Farley, if he's 100% healthy. The pick that I hate the least, or the pick that I hate the most, I guess I should say, is probably Kwity Paye, number 11 in the New York Giants. But I've seen Dave Gettleman fall in love with athletes, especially defensive linemen. So go down in the comments one more time here. Let me know your favorite and least favorite pick in this mock draft.